What's good, YouTube? And today we trying something a little new. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do a simple embroidered hoodie using Procreate on the iPad. And a lot of people think this shit hard. This shit not hard, bro. If y'all need the mock-up packs or anything like that for the Procreate, the brush packs, all that, hit me up. I got y'all. Comment down below and I'll make sure to get up with y'all. And other than that, without further ado, here we go, man. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so getting straight into it. You want to click the plus button, go to new canvas, obviously, this little plus in the box, boom. And then you want to go 4000 px by 4000 px because that's the width and that's the height. And then make sure your DPI is on 300. Maximum layers doesn't really matter unless you plan on going crazy, you feel me? 29 is good enough though. And once that goes in, change this to black. Boom. Alright, so this is going to be the mock-up layer. So once you do that, you want to get our stand-up zipper up front that you'll get from the mock-up pack that you come tap in with me with. Boom. I kind of want to center that a little more. Here we go. Okay, and then you want to duplicate that and lock this first layer. Or actually, before you lock that, name that mock-up. Lock. This is gonna be the main layer, so we're gonna put that to main. And then, alright, so perfect, there we go. And then we're gonna wanna add one, make sure it goes under though. You always wanna keep main under that, even though we're gonna be merging them. So boom, this one's gonna be, we're gonna call this is our color layer. We'll just call this color. And then once you take these two, you want to like pinch them together to merge them together. But if that doesn't work, you could always tap on it. Tap on this one. And then you could click merge down, and then that'll merge them the same way. And then once you do that, click the S. And then it should, oh shit, I'm tripping. And then it should make that white just like that. And then once you got that, you want to keep it just like that. Click add layer. And then once you do that, you want to go to the wrench up here, the actions tool. And then click insert a photo. And find the photo you want to insert. It's this New York one. There we go. And once you get that, align that to work kind of like around the placement you want it to be. So once you got that, go over here. That's gonna be logo. And click add, and then here, this is where you wanna go with like the brush. And it's not even in the brush packs that I have or any of the packs that I have. It's actually in the normal brush library. I believe it's organic, and then you're gonna click the sword grass. Like as you can see, it's like it looks like the embroidered print, and that's how people get it to look like that. But when you do it, you want to go to like a orangish color like that to make it like a tan. So then when you're going over shit, it's a little too small. And then you can make the size. You could change the size of your brush over here, the opacity, how much you want it to show over here. I show it at 100. And then we're gonna try to like keep it at like clean, smooth lines. That's a little big. And then a little trick is like when you want your shit to go straight, you go hold it. So like say you have a straight line, right? Like for example, right here. If you have a straight line and say you don't have the straightest hand, like you see how it's straight, hold it for a second, boom, and then it goes straight. That's one thing I like about Procreate. So it's like you could mess up, like I'll purposely mess up right there. Watch it fix. See how it fixes itself? That's one thing y'all gotta learn how to use. Y'all gotta learn how to use the Procreate. And once y'all learn how to use the Procreate, honestly, man, it's pretty simple other than that. It's honestly like not like a trace game, but it's like, brings you back to like art days in class, deadass. And then you just wanna outline the whole design. And honestly, y'all could take more time with this. As you can see, I'm kind of just throwing it together. I ain't even gonna lie. But y'all could take y'all time, change the colors up, do all that. If y'all feel like y'all got better ideas or better ways I can get better at this, drop them down in the comments. Mind you, I'm a beginner. We learn it together. But the thing is I kind of pick up on things fast. So it's like I tend to, I don't know. I just enjoy doing shit like this. I ain't even gonna lie. So boom, once you get your whole outline, simple enough, right? You could actually go over here, your logo. You don't even need that no more. Boom, go here. So with this tool right here, you could like fix it, do what you want with it. Boom, but we're gonna go with like a creamy little white, like a creamier white to go in there. So it looks just like that. And your New York logo will look a little better, like if you actually put more time into it. But as you've seen, I was just kind of throwing it together. And then with that, you want to kind of, and that actually looks decent. All right, perfect. And then after that, you're going to click add. And this is going to be the wash. So this is going to be a color wash. This one's actually in the brush pack that I could provide y'all right here. And you can use ashes wash, rough wash. You can honestly choose. And then go with a lighter blue. So bring it to the blues. And you want to go with like a lighter blue than what this one is. Obviously, when it shows you guys this blue, this isn't the blue I'm using. Go with a lighter blue than this. Like as you can see over here, like blues like that. You feel me? And then I just want to take the opacity down, take this. So what you want to do is once you get the wash, you can take this off. I feel like it don't even matter at this point. And then just go in, kind of make it a little opacity down. Feel me? So like bring it to where it looks like just acid wash. You know what I'm saying? Like just acid wash that bit. I ain't even gonna lie. And then we'll go through that color and refill that. Like we refill the New York, all that. So that's gonna be okay. So once you get it to where you feel like it looks good, like decent or whatever. I want to make mine decently acid washed. I like them when they look like that. But that's just my personal opinion. Obviously, when you guys are doing your brand, you guys could do whatever you want. And then I like to go up on the hoodie. Just make it look like just acid wash, you know what I'm saying? And then once you do all that, you could come over here. We're gonna take this, we're actually gonna duplicate this to make it look actually thicker. And then we're gonna grab that same like creamier color that we threw in there before. We're gonna throw that in again. One more time. And then one more time. And then what's that doing? It's kind of like just basically making it darker. And I could keep tapping this to keep making it darker and stuff like that. So boom. And then we're gonna add just a little bit of distressing. So when I do distressing personally, I like to use, it's actually a sketching brush I use. I believe it's this one if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yes, it is. All right, perfect. So you're obviously gonna want to grab like a lighter, or sorry, darker than white, and then bring the size down. And you could honestly go over it a couple times just to make it, give it that like rough look. And then just kind of make strands. And this is just like what I like to do in mine. You could, like, you gotta create your own. You could go crazy with whatever you like to do. And then bring a little bit back. And that's just like a simple rip effect that I like to do personally. Like, you guys don't have to do none of this. You guys could just keep it simple. But simple never really been my thing. I like to add it a little bit, make it look crazy. And then once you do that, you're gonna wanna go in here and then add like squiggly lines to the distressed look to make it. So once you send it to like whether you're sending this to a manufacturer or to a client, it don't matter. The distressed look will look right. And then kind of just go all around the design. Add in those distressed. And then one thing about these clothes is, man, you gotta start learning measurements. That's one thing I gotta get better at too, is the measurements of clothes. So when you send it to a manufacturer, I don't really like these ones actually. I'm gonna do it a little smaller. And I kind of just throw it together. And once you feel like you made it to your liking, this is kind of me just throwing it together. You guys could put it together like a little better. If I was taking my time, I would do it a little better too, but no need. I'm just kind of showing y'all an example of what y'all want it to look like. That's like super distressed. You can make those yarn pieces a little shorter and then it'll look a lot better. So then after that, you want to add a layer and then come with your eraser and just go right the eraser right down through here. And you could kind of keep going back until you find the right eraser size that you feel like fits the thing. Like, I feel like that was a little too small. And as I said, hold it for a second and it'll kind of fix itself. See? And then you bring it right to where you want it. Wow, so the zipper could get through the logo. And then that's basically it for the distressed look. And then what it is you could go and click group. And then once you have all these in a group, you're gonna click duplicate. So you're gonna duplicate that group. And then you'll be able to, this is how you'll be able to change like the color and stuff like that. And honestly, it doesn't really matter what brush you go in with after the fact. But damn. Alright, so there we go. So that's how you do it. You'll just drag and drop type deal. And then once you do that, you go up to your wash and do the same thing. Now your logo should look pretty clean. You could go here, grab that same like tannish color you used. No, that wasn't the one. I think this was the one. Yep. Alright, so this was the one. Fill that in, make that look good again. Boom. And then one thing I like to do is, what you could do is you could add, and honestly, it don't really matter what brush that you go in with. You'll still be able to make it look good. And if you're doing a red, I like to do like a darker red, kind of like bring it down like right there, and just go over the hoodie. Honestly, I ain't even gonna lie, I might have to go like a darker color than that. There we go. Could even be a little darker. Actually, I think it's the brush that's making that look like that. Bring the size down, and then just kind of stay in the lines. You know, like, I'm just kind of throwing this shit together, but y'all could take y'all time with it. So once you fill in the hoodie will look a lot better. That's one thing I will say. So one thing when you're designing clothes is always make sure that the shit's in the detail, bro. You gotta really pay attention to the detail. And it's like, this is just me throwing something together, but if you guys are putting this out for your brand, you guys want to make sure to put a lot more work into it, put a lot more love, you know what I'm saying? And boom, once you start to get this filled in, it kind of gives the, it gives the hoodie a little more depth. So once you look at it, it looks like, it almost looks like the actual hoodie. Like, look at, see what I'm saying? It's like, it makes the hoodie look a little better. It makes the hood pop more. So once you have all that done, that's it, man. That's just the stress look. From there, you could change your color, like I said. You could go over here. You could click change. It'll bring it to the blue. So you have your blue here. And then you could take your blue off. Add your red. There's kind of tons of stuff you could do, bro. There's tons of stuff. Once I get better at Procreate, I'm going to take y'all with me, and y'all going to learn better stuff too. Thank you for watching, man. If you learned anything from this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a good one, man.